Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another disclosure in the media. Fallout 2 this time with Ryan Pullencarts here back again.
Wear
Uh,
my Fallout jumpsuit today. This is actually like the kind of thing that the main Vault Dweller characters will wear. Their blue jumpsuits with this yellow design. I don't know how well. The back you can see like the number, but yeah, this I wore this to a convention and as a Halloween costume a few years. This is a Pip Boy, which is like your personal computer in the games. But today we're talking about Fallout 2 and its story in the Fallout universe. So let's get right into it because it is a cool story and it grows on the last one a lot. And it actually has some of the first mentions of actual aliens in Fallout, which is cool because there's not many of them. And when they do appear, they're very interesting. So, this is the cover art. The game came out late 90s, early 2000s. I don't have the year just offhand. Again, it was a top-down turn-based game. It wasn't like the later Fallouts, and it wasn't owned by Bethesda at this point. But this is the modern cover because you can still get it from Bethesda, and actually you can get it for free from Bethesda on PC. But unless you're good at playing like old games and you're good at like real-time strategy and stuff, I wouldn't recommend it. But all right. So in Fallout 2, you play as the Chosen One, which is the grand son or daughter of the Vault Dweller from Fallout 1. So the Vault Dweller, as we ended off with last time, went to Arroyo and founded a settlement with people that left Vault 13. So the Chosen One is born to the Vault Dweller, one of the Vault Dweller's children. You don't actually have like any information about the Chosen One's parentage, but you know that they are the grand son or daughter of the Vault Dweller. So the Chosen One is sent out into the wasteland after a particularly long drought period called to find something called a Gek. So a Gek is the Garden of Eden creation kit, and what it does is it allows Vault dwellers when they emerge, which not many of them were actually issued because not many vaults were meant to actually open or be even used. So only a few vaults had them. And what they did is they allowed the vault dwellers, once they came out, to use cold fusion technology in like a handheld device to make an irradiated wasteland a fertile area to rebuild society, essentially. So this guy is just a stylized depiction of the Chosen One. But the Chosen One, because to expand it on the character creation aspects from Fallout 1, you do get to pick who you are, male or female and stuff, in more of a capacity. So many depictions online will show female, many depictions will show male, many depictions will show a multitude of races. I just went with one that serves the best depiction as for what I would play through. So yeah. And when the Chosen One leaves, all he has is his grandfather's Vault 13 jumpsuit. Basically what I'm wearing, actually exactly what I'm wearing, because I am wearing a Vault 13 jumpsuit. Which has been armored, as well as a few caps, a few tribal weapons, because by this point Arroyo had become a tribal society, so it was rare that they had working firearms and stuff, but they had a few. We don't based on your choices, you get one or not in the very early game. You also get some money and a canteen, and that's it. That's all you start with in Fallout 2, which is more than you started with in Fallout 1, minus the pistol that you started with in Fallout 1. So this is a Gek. It's like a briefcase, and this is actually somebody who made a Gek based off what the in-game depiction looks like. And something interesting about the Gek, just in general, is the modding tools that the Bethesda puts out for more recent Fallout games, so you can make mods, is actually called the Gek. So they reach into the lore for the name there.
Okay.
But yeah, you can even, this is the outside of the Gek. It's that thing that guy is holding. That's a Gek.
What's interesting about this GEC is there are actual creation kits out there that could actually start terraforming processes on other planets. And this is the kind of thing that was made here. This is where you get some of the biblical stories of Adam and Eve and everything. They mixed in some of the biblical lore into it, but any races that are terraforming have a kit very similar to this, to where they have a set of genetic samples that they want to imply either plant life, animal life, people life, anything like that, but anything they want to seed, and they can actually create a proverbial Garden of Eden in like a what's also known in the Bible as the land of Nod, or the desert or nothing is what it translates to. And this is that's basically like a landscape being turned into a nothing landscape being turned into a Garden of Eden. There's also, of course, the panspermia seeding of a planet too, but that's when there's an already established ecosystem. But with that, though, is if there's nothing, they literally can set up a device to transform a landscape, and that's interesting. They've included that.
And in later Fallout games, you actually do get to see what happens when a GEC gets used when in the not right circumstances. Basically, a vault tried to use their GEC early
Mm-hmm.
to increase food production, and they turned it into like this overgrown fungus ridden thing where like even the fungus is taking over bodies and stuff. Yeah, so that's what happens if a GEC isn't used right. But in this game, you're just searching for a GEC to make Arroyo a safer place and a better place, because people were dying, kids were getting sick, and the livestock couldn't survive. No crops would grow after this drought. So again, this is just a picture of the inside of the GEC. It looks cool. I mean, it's very futuristic looking. But based on this control panel here, I don't think it could close.
No.
So you go out into the wasteland and you make your way around. And I'm going to go into my notes now because the plot is very long for Fallout 2, and I could not memorize it all. In fact, I believe it is the longest Fallout game and takes place over like all of California. So.
Oh.
So the only other place that actually had ever used a GEC up until the point of Fallout 2 is Vault City. We will get into that later in the video, but they did successfully. It shows the proof of concept that yes, a GEC can be used to make like a prosperous place. But so the first place the Chosen One makes it to outside of Arroyo is Klamath, and there he meets a tribal named Sulik, and Sulik is this guy with the hammer in the back here. This is actually a picture of the Vault Dweller, the Chosen One, and all of his companions for the game, but we'll get into them as they're added to the story. So Sulik and the Chosen One go all over the northern part of California until they reach a place called the Den. And when in the Den, they meet with this larger gentleman here named Vic. Now, Vic was a tinkerer of sorts who had an idea where GECs could be located and knew that they could be located in vaults. So he was their first sort of like tip off. But Vic was also a slave at that point and was enslaved to the local slavers guild because he ran up a debt that he couldn't pay. Well, Vic and it's not actually stated how, but Vic gets freed by the Chosen One, and there's kind of only two ways it can be done based on the gameplay. You can either sell Sulik to the slavers in repayment for Vic, or you can just kill the slavers, which is what most people did, because then you get to keep both companions. So but we know that the Den wasn't completely like slaver territory because the Brotherhood of Steel did have outposts there, but were unwilling to lend support to find a GEC that they had no use for. They remember that at this point, they're not a charity organization like they are in some later games. They are, or like a military organization like they are in later games. They are still following the old mission of hoard technology to ensure that only the responsible have the use for it. So why would they help a tribal of all people get a GEC? They wouldn't. So that's how. So the Brotherhood of Steel is there, but you don't befriend them yet. So you learn that from Vic that Vault City had used a Gek to create this great metropolis. And so you go to Vault City but are denied entry, even though you're wearing a Vault-Tec jumpsuit. You're, to people of Vault City, you're still like a savage from the outside lands. Well, to get into Vault City, the Chosen One meets with the mayor of Vault City and basically is like, what can I do to get citizenship? And the canon way that they did it was they went to a nearby community called Gecko. Now, Gecko is a ghoul settlement, and they had some water chip that Vault City wanted. So Gecko, or they had something that Vault City wanted. I'm not sure if it was a water chip. They had something that Vault City wanted. And they dealt with the issues in Gecko and met with Harold. He was a character you could meet in Fallout 1, and he's got a special mutation as a tree growing out of his head. By this point, it was only a seed pod in Fallout 1, and it was growing into a tree coming out of his head by Fallout 2. Because Fallout 1 was about 80 years before Fallout 2. Fallout 2 is 2241. So put some perspective into it. And Harold is in charge. You help Harold from some deceit within Gecko, and you get whatever the piece of technology that Vault City wants. And Vault City won't even tell you what it is until after you get it. And I do remember now, it is something that basically keeps their Gek going so that they can expand their city. It won't, like, if they didn't get it, their city just couldn't grow anymore. If you get it, they can. Or you could just bribe your way into becoming a Vault City citizen, because if you don't become a citizen, you're pretty much their workforce, which is like a fancy name for enslaved labor force that they like keep alive with their technology and like food and stuff, but they don't, like, they're not citizens. Chosen One becomes citizen and goes into Vault City's vault, which was Vault 8, and learns about Vault 15. He basically only went to Vault City to find other vaults, because Vic was the only one who was like, well, you can find Geks at vaults sometimes, but they're really rare and most vaults don't have them. So in Vault 8, they learn about Vault 15. And around the same time, they return to the den. And in the den, they meet with a mechanic. And they help the mechanic get this car running after like 170 years. It's called a Chrysalis Highwayman in Fallout lore. And yes, so you have a car, which basically in the game just means you can go further each turn. Not like anything really special. It also shortens like long travel times. So that's cool. But that's really all the car does. But when you head down on the way to Vault 15, however, you also pick up a new companion in Vault City named John Cassidy. Now, if you play Fallout New Vegas, you can actually meet John Cassidy's daughter, who is a companion in Fallout New Vegas, Sharon Cassidy. But John Cassidy is this fellow here with the armor and like one hand and like shotgun thing. This guy. And he's an ex-caravaneer, and he had a heart condition, so he didn't feel safe walking the roads by himself. But like now that he has a group, he will. But now on your way south, you run into something on the road that really messes up your character for a bit because he doesn't understand it. So you're traveling and you stop to get supplies, and in this small community, and you're walking with your companions kind of on like the edge of the community, and you come along this scene of 3 men in power armor, but not normal power armor. This kind of power armor. Now this is the Enclave, and the Enclave are not nice people. The Enclave, basically the remnants of the United States government. We've talked about them a couple times. In this period, this is like the height of Enclave power on the West Coast. And it's also kind of the first time the Enclave is showing themselves on the West Coast after the war. So it's a big deal. And the Enclave are basically eliminating people that they think could threaten them. And you see them gun down like some innocent civilians with their enforcer, Frank Horrigan. Now, Frank Horrigan is, I'm not going to ruin it with a picture, but he's this power armored Enclave asset is what I'll say. He believes he's part of the special forces and like Secret Service of the United States of America. Basically, he's like some kind of mutant thing that they made as a super soldier in power armor. He's their enforcer in the West. And Frank Horrigan is leading this, and he's got this very infamous line in Fallout that's like, "Time to die." And then the Enclave soldiers gun down these civilians. Well, your character is a tribal, and even though its grandfather would know about power armor, it has no idea what power armor is. It's like, what did I just witness? And unbeknownst to you, around the same point, the villagers of Arroyo are taken by the Enclave. Now we're not going to skip to that yet, because we actually also at this point in the story run into a cool character named Skynet. Now Skynet is an AI that they find at the Sierra Army Depot on their way south. And in the Sierra Army Depot, Skynet is this AI that was being worked on pre-war and claims to be based off of alien technologies the US government captured when an alien ship crashed to the Earth. And 4 years after the war, Skynet was able to become self-aware and basically has just waited for someone to find it and is like, find me something so that I can like explore, and I'll come with you and be like your tactical like computer, essentially. Now, you actually get a choice with Skynet. Do you allow Skynet to take a body or a robot body? So put Skynet in a robot computer that's less good at fighting, but can still run all the like diagnostics you need to learn about stuff. Or put Skynet in a person, which will still let it be infinitely smart, but good in combat. And you can either upload Skynet to yourself, to Vic, because he's the weakest in the party, or just give it a robot body. Most people give it a robot body, and Skynet is there as that robo brain. So you make your way south now, and you reach Vault 15 and Shady Sands. And in Shady Sands, you meet the New California Republic. These guys with the double-headed bear. It's basically California's flag, but with another head. And the NCR is basically a collection of the settlements the original Vault Dweller helped, that had all had this calling to rebuild after the Vault Dweller's victory over the Super Mutant Master, basically 80 years prior. Well, because you're already somewhat infamous from different helpings out you did in some of the other communities you reached, the president of the New California Republic requests to meet with you, and her name is Tandy. And she is actually the daughter of the Shady Sands mayor that the Vault Dweller saved back in the beginning of Fallout 1 when they beat the Great Khans. So President Tandy recognizes your suit and knows you have something to do with the Vault Dweller, and you explain your situation. And she's like, well, Vault 15 has records on where at least Vault 13 is, and by this point, you're convinced Vault 13 is where you're going to find something that'll help you. So you learn, though, from Tandy that back when the Vault Dweller killed off the Great Khans, not all the Khans were killed. And that one of the Khans survived and rebuilt the Great Khans into the new Khans. And they have set up shop on Vault 15, the mother vault of the NCR as well, and a few other raider gangs. So, of course, she, as you and the NCR Rangers, take out the new Khans. And you do. And you get to access Vault 15's database and find out the location of Vault 13. Well, this is a great thing. And while you're helping out in Shady Sands, you also get a robot dog. Now, that's one of the robot dogs. The chosen one gets 2, but 1 dies. Most of the time, you can keep it alive if you're like really good at the game. But that's one of them. This is not, and that's just a depiction of a robot dog. The cooler robot dog I'll talk about later, but this is just one of them. And yeah, it's basically a dog that has like cybernetic enhancements. Some have like still like the normal lower jaw. Some have like a metal lower jaw. And they were used by pre-war police departments as like super dog like super like police dogs. So you learn the location, you get the robot dog, and you head down to Vault 13. Now, at Vault 13, you find something utterly terrifying. You find a vault that used to be a vault to a lot of people, now also emptied and replaced with a group of sentient death claws. Now, as we've shown, the death claw is a kind of crazy creature. We've shown them a few times. This is just a picture of one of the death claws that you'll meet in Vault 13 at this point. But these death claws aren't the crazy, evil, dark creatures that you think. They're so intelligent, in fact, that they can communicate with English and run a community. And the chieftain Deathclaw is quite convinced that you need to prove yourself around there, because he has a gek, but he doesn't say it. So he wants you to like go around and look for stuff. Well, you do, and you fix their computer while you're going around. They had, basically, after Jakerin kicked the Vault Dweller out, the other Vault Dwellers from Vault 13 revolted against Jakerin and killed him. And the Vault Dwellers of Vault 13, instead of electing a new overseer, basically built a supercomputer to automate like Vault life. Well, the Deathclaws can use that to automate their Vault life now. And you fix it, and so the Vault, they give you the gek. Well, there's still issues, and you leave. You make your way up to a place called Broken Hills, mostly because you're just making your way back up to Arroyo at this point. Now, in Broken Hills, you meet this large super mutant in the back named Marcus. He's a really cool character. You meet him again in Fallout New Vegas. He's in charge of Broken Hills at this point, which is the one time in Fallout that I've ever heard of a community that is ghouls, super mutants, and humans working together for a single goal. Basically, they're mining uranium to keep local uranium stores going, like reactors going. And so the super mutants and ghouls do the mining work. And the humans sell it to communities that won't deal with super mutants and ghouls. Now, these aren't the dumb super mutants, the Gen 2s. These are the good, the smart super mutants, the Gen 1s, that can do that. Gen 2s can't. They're too stupid to even, like, work, essentially. So Marcus is in charge of that community, and you uncover a plot that was by both the super mutants and the humans to take over the settlement, like, themselves and wipe everybody else out. And you foil both of them, and thus Marcus and this ghoul here named Lenny join you. So you've got quite the entourage by this point. And this kid here on the side, you meet him also on your way back. He's in New Reno, which is this place. And New Reno is just old Reno and still goes by like the biggest little town, but now they just added to the wasteland and stuff. And it's kind of like a small Vegas debauch pit. You can make like your own character have like adult holotapes. You can gamble. You can take Jet, the new Reno sensation. Now, Jet, by the later Fallout games, is all over the wasteland, and it's made by using Brahmin dung. Putting some sort of inhaler, and whatever Brahmin dung feces has, it's got some sort of fume on it that can get you high. And this kid, I forget his name, because he's not, you don't have to get him as a companion. In fact, you can also just kill him. He's like the kid genius that made Jet for the first time, and now everybody in Jet in like the wasteland can make it. But he was the one that figured out how to make it and not kill people like every single time. So New Reno, you pass through, you do some debauch crap. But I forgot to mention, as you were leaving Vault 13, this Deathclaw in a robe comes up to you, and you don't actually know it's a Deathclaw for a while. But he's basically, I want to go see what the outside world looks like. All right, Deathclaw, you can come along. Your name, it was going by the name of like Goris. No, you don't know it's a Deathclaw until you get into combat, and then it like rips off this robe and just starts like mauling shit with it as a Deathclaw. But yeah, you have this whole group going along inside that car. The mutant riding in the back seat, the Deathclaw on the trunk, and everyone else like in the front 2 rows. It's like an old big car. It's based on like the 50s, like 3-row cars.
Mhm.
And the robot can just go as fast, I think, as the car, so it doesn't matter. But like, yeah, everybody's in this giant car. They're going down the road. They go back to Arroyo, and guess what? Arroyo's a ghost town. Yay! Well, basically, what happened was Enclave showed up and was like, "Yeah, we're gonna take all of you on a trip, and if you don't like it, we're gonna kill you." Well, the reason why they showed up at Arroyo was because Arroyo was the perfect population to see what happens when a vault population that some of the vault dwellers at Vault 13 stayed at Vault 13 originally, some of them went to Arroyo. So they got to see what happened over the 80 years with their genetics. Well, and you learn from Goris that the Enclave were the ones that made the smart death claws and put them in Vault 13 essentially to try to keep people from moving in. Even though the smart death claws let like people who were smart move in, like they had a human doctor and a few other humans that like could make weapons and stuff. But so you get so upon returning to Vault 13, you learn from the dying shaman that what happened, and then he dies. And all you know is that they flew south along the coast. And so you drive south along the coast till you reach a place called Navarro. Now, in Navarro, a man tells you, well, I heard the Enclave has some stuff going on in San Francisco. Or, well, it's not called that anymore. It's called just Fresco in Fallout. But it is what was San Francisco. Well, you make it down there, and you learn that, no, the Enclave is not in San Francisco. You have the Brotherhood of Steel, you have the She, and you have the Hubologists. Now, the Hubologists, we briefly mentioned them. They're basically Scientologists. They actually are just Scientologists in Fallout.
Mhm.
And their whole thing in Fallout is like they even use like the New Reno adult holotape actors as like sort of like Brad Pitt does for them now.
Mhm.
And but their whole thing is they want to make a spaceship and go into space for some reason. But it's not to reproduce, it's go find some weird life form or something that this author pre-war named Hub like wrote about. And they are convinced it's real, so they're going to go into space to find it. But they run themselves exactly like Scientology does now, like high dues and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, that's L. Ron Hubbard was the one that founded them, so Hubologist, that actually makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. But the She are kind of the Hubologist's like biggest enemy in the Fresco, and they're also the ruling faction of Fresco. And the She are actually kind of interesting. The She are the survivors of Chinatown, along with pre-war Chinese submarine crews whose submarine basically crashed after the war because into California, and they got out and they went to Chinatown. And then they started this She faction based on the name of the submarine they were in. The Brotherhood's just kind of there because the Brotherhood's looking for tech. The Brotherhood at this point is set up like outposts in major settlements looking for tech. Well, major settlements like not Vault City and not like Shady Sands, but most of the rest of them. So like NCR, they're like it's a tenuous thing. They can get into some, but they can't get into others. Like Shady Sands, they can't, but some of the other NCR settlements, like the Hub, they can.
Mhm.
But San Francisco, they have one because it's independent currently. And in San Francisco, you learn from the Brotherhood that no, Navarro is where they really were, where the Enclave, one of the Enclave bases really was. And the guy who told you to go south was actually an Enclave guard. Like the guy who told you to go to San Francisco was an Enclave guard. So you go back with the Brotherhood. Well, or the She or the Hubologist, because all of them want what's at this Enclave base, which is basically the plans for vertibirds. Because what Navarro really was a science and refueling station for vertibirds for the Enclave. So I know we've barely touched on vertibirds, but that's a vertibird. Like we've talked about them in the past. They're these sort of like dual rotor helicopter things. But at this point during the thing, the only faction that has vertibirds are the Enclave. And we know that they used this thing called the Verdi Assault Team, because when you meet with an Enclave soldier later, he talks about dispatching Verdi Assault teams to put people's sorry asses in slings. He's actually like the biggest meme of Fallout 2 is this character who you have this conversation where you're messing with him. He's like, I'll have your sorry ass in a sling. But yeah, so you guys break in, you get the plans for the vertibirds, and you also learn where they took Arroyo and Vault 13's surviving population to an offshore oil rig, which is the Enclave headquarters. So now you know where you have to go, but how the hell are you going to get out to sea without a vertibird? Well, now that the Brotherhood has the schematics, yes, eventually they might be able to make that, but not quick enough to save your people. And all the vertibirds, when the Enclave realized that they couldn't hold Navarro, they scuttled their vertibirds or they retreated with them. Well, while going through Navarro, you also meet K9, which is another one of those cyber dogs. And K9 is an intelligent cyber dog. He can talk and stuff. But that's kind of here or there, just another companion. Well, when you get back to San Francisco with the Brotherhood, the Shi are like, there's a boat over in the other side of the bay, but it doesn't work. It's an oil tanker. Well, it was an offshore oil rig where the Enclave were, and luckily enough, you got the Chrysler Highwayman working, and the oil tanker wasn't much harder to get running. So you run around, you get all the parts, you put them back together, and guess what is on the autopilot? The oil rig. So you collate all your companions, your little army. You can choose to bring the Brotherhood if you want. Most players do because it's the Brotherhood of frickin' Steel. Because you're inducted to the NCR Rangers, you can also pick them. So you can get them to come, but you don't have to. You don't have to pick either of them to come if you don't want, but most players pick both because it makes it considerably easier. And you set sail to the Enclave's oil rig. It's massive. It's been added to over the years. It has the rightfully elected United States president, which means the Enclave's elected president, because they are a democracy still. They still consider themselves the United States. They have a vice president. They've got a science team. They've got their military team. They've got, well, you were in Navarro, you were able to get some Enclave power armor, so you dock your boat next to it. And you use the power armor to infiltrate the base and look around before like the attack begins. Mm-hmm. And then you attack and you free your people and they get back to the boat. But from the Enclave president, who has like a security team and tries to meet with you to stop what you're doing and basically offer you positions in the Enclave because you're able to get out here. He's like, oh no, we need them. Like, this is a very important thing we're doing. And we can ensure your survival if it works. So clearly that's already a red flag. Mm-hmm. Basically what the Enclave was doing is they got a modified form of the forced evolutionary virus that made the super mutants. Mm-hmm. And they were turning it into basically a poison that they could release airborne to the population and wipe it out. Because they considered anything alive on the mainland to be a subhuman mutant. So mutants have taken over the United States. The Enclave's because the Enclave is very inbred by this point, not like defect inbred, but like enough where their ideology is stuck. Mm-hmm. Their view of the outside is like, well, everyone in there is a mutant, horrible creature and needs to be destroyed, even though there is like people that are intelligent and stuff still. So that's what their ideology is. And I mean, if you're in that situation, it's not hard to see why that's an ideology they would adopt, because they still see themselves as America, and essentially to them, America's been taken over by savages. Mm-hmm. So they're going to wipe out the savages. Well, you kill the president and his team, free your people. mean, you don't have to. You can also join the president. Now that's the other ending to the game where like they actually do release this agent, but it's not the canon engine to the game. When they release that agent, they literally wipe out all life on like mainland America and take it back over. But it's not canon, so it didn't like it based on like later games, you know, it never had that's not the ending that actually happened. So you are making your way through the base. You meet with the vice president, who is one of like the first Enclave members to try to take like the vaccine against this poison. And he's like lobotomized, essentially. He's not he's less than lobotomized, but he's not all there. He doesn't get off the oil rig when the next events come. So you make it down to the boat, but in the room right before the boat, you have Frank Horrigan again. The same giant mutant bastard you saw gun down people. And it was a bit of foreshadowing because then you have this awesome battle with Frank Horrigan, and that's Frank Horrigan. Yeah, he's a massive. Well, this is like not the canon area for the battle, but it's good enough. It's the best to show Frank Horrigan's size. Yeah, he's like super mutated. You and your companions do manage to kill Frank Horrigan. And he gives this like crazy speech at the end. He's like, "You've done nothing here. The Enclave will continue. Semper Fi," and then he dies. And you get back to the boat. He didn't realize that you had a way off the oil rig. So he does the self-destruct for the entire oil rig, blows up the vice president, and like whatever Enclave staff couldn't get off on vertibirds, but a lot of them could. And you get off on the boat with all the people from Royal and Vault 13 and your companions and the Brotherhood of Steel Soldiers and the NCR Rangers that went. And you return to Arroyo. The NCR and Brotherhood vow to keep hunting down the Enclave in the west, at least. Mm-hmm. But a lot of the Enclave fly east, all the way east to what is called the Capital Wasteland. And they set up there, but that's a story that we're going to go into for Fallout 3. But you get back to Arroyo and you use the GECK and you create a new metropolis in Arroyo where the survivors of Vault 13 and the Arroyo tribals rekindle their old kinship and start a new community. Your companions come with you. They're welcome because they're part of the Chosen One's quest. And that's the end of Fallout 2. Wow. The NCR gets bigger over the next 70-ish years. Next like 40 years until the events of Fallout New Vegas. And so that's Fallout 2.
Wow, that's actually very interesting. With the events taking place in California and having the Enclave entrenched off the Pacific and everything like that, that is actually, there's a truth to this because as of the events of today, I found out there is a lot of people that go missing in parts of California. I mean, that's true of Arizona as well. But they get thrown into these experiments where these corporations, inject different things on it. They try to find different genetics. If people were in a particular environment for too long, or if they were in one not enough, they try to get a mean average of multiple genetics to try to create different levels of programming and different levels of mutations. And also today's vaccine for COVID and everything is based on this as well, where it actually, now they're trying to take it out of my head. Now it's based on where it will take the RNA to rewrite the DNA. It's an RNA resequencer where it will make it more compatible for either a different host or a different consciousness or something like that, or a different mutation. So this is why elements of that are so dangerous right now. But that's not to everyone, but just to certain types of people. With the Enclave being so inbred, that's how the Cabal 13 families are. They don't believe in spreading their genetics amongst the rest of the population, and they will every now and again, though, even though they are locked into what we always call it the contract with the Dark Orions. when they are locked into this, they can't see anything outside of their set plans, their set agenda. Even if the whole environment around them has changed, even if people start to notice them more, they are still locked into this. Also, what is part of locked into this is what some people don't know is every now and again there will be a person who sneaks out one of their children or something that also gets put into society to create another line somewhere else, either as a backup or as a way of like freeing the genetics. That's more of a source inspired thing. And also benevolence inspired thing. So it can go either way. Another thing that can go either way is the tale of how people. Oh, now they're trying to pull it out of my head again. What this is, what some of these games are a almost like a user manual of how would you survive in a situation like this. There are some benevolent forces out there that believe that there's going to be like some kind of Mad Max like event or environment to where they want to help people, train people in a situation like this, put it in video games, get people used to the idea of being able to survive and be almost heroic in that fashion. Now you have the negative side that's trying to co-create that whole chain of events. And this is also what's in there. That's what's also known as the informational yield. So there's both sets of information there. But yeah, this is also very interesting how they're also merging cybernetics, robotics, mutations, mutants. They touched on the super mutant thing or the super soldier serum, and of course, Marvel. But the genetic mutation. See again, there we go again. As I'm trying to talk. This is what's going on right now. This has happened before the show when you and I had problems technologically, as well as also during the night. I was having all sorts of interference leading up to this to try to explain these particular things. The one thing they are not necessarily wanting me to touch on is that they have operations going on in California in this day and age. Exactly how the game takes place. In the areas that the game says it is, in the areas of San Francisco, up in that area, in the Bay Area. So there are operations that are happening right offshore there, even as we are speaking. And also going up through Northern California, up into Oregon and Washington. There's a lot of these false flag precursors that are starting up there. This is why the fires took place the way they did. They wanted to clear everybody out there so they had more control in California. As they have now, they have a lot more draconian rules that they've been placing in place there. So there are some stark parallels between what is going on there and what is going on in the game and what they're trying to build towards. And I know it sounds kind of vague, but I'm also trying to squeeze this out as they're trying to basically put a grip on my brain there. But anytime I've ever remote viewed into parts of California, I see these bases where they're trying to set a stage to where it becomes the world becomes this post-apocalyptic Mad Max type of scenario in any form. Like I've seen them trying to set up FEMA camps. I've seen them trying to set up the different other viral contagions starting there. I've seen them set fires. You program people to go set fires to clear homes out to where they can claim the land. And this happens on the East Coast too. This over in the New York, Maine, and Massachusetts area that's been happening as well. There's also been Chinese soldiers spotted on both sides of the country as well, which also goes in line with the game as China is the original bad guy in the start of the story. So that actually parallels. I believe I said that in the last recording as well. And yeah, I can even feel as I'm talking, the blood pressure is going up, and I can hear beings in the background saying, "Don't speak anymore." But I also, as you were talking, Ryan, part of me, this is actually quite interesting. This is more of a live bilocation or connection, as it were. I was seeing I was walking around in like a base as like a person that may or may not even be related to me, be maybe a family member or something like that, or somebody that's related or has a similar energy type that uh, was also setting up a scenario that was very similar. I could see robot workers working around and clones working around the facility, and I was walking through a door that looked very much like some of the interiors of some of the vaults in the Fallout series, where they were working on some experiment that had to do with water, had to do with air, which also had to do with chemtrailing, that they were going to put something in the water and the air that is also contributing to some of the dumbing down that's happening in society right now. Which again, that's also goes along with the binary network that was activated back in '64 at the World's Fair. But the reason I'm speeding through this is they're trying to pull it from my head. As I was walking through, I was in a female form walking around in the base and looking at a screen of California and different settlements or different things they were attempting to set up, and where you were saying where some of these cities were in the new in the Fallout series, they were starting to map out the same thing or the same scenario. Okay, this is how this is going to pan out. This is how this timeline is going to play out. This is how we're writing this narrative. So there was both good trying to warn and bad trying to warn there. I know that's a mouthful, but that's what I was seeing as I was as you were talking. I was literally walking through. It's like a fragment of a scenario that they were also in these jumpsuits, like you see the Vault-Tec jumpsuits, but they were blank. They didn't have anything on them. And there's one more thing here. Yeah, they had something in storage there, like copies of people, like clones and or like synth are actually later on in Fallout 4, but we'll get to that when we get to that game. But they had people in artificial intelligence. They had people that could upload to human bodies, like artificial intelligence that could upload to human bodies, very much like what you were talking about earlier. And also different Orion forms can do the same, and Draco forms can do the same. They usually create inborns that way, where it's a fetus. They do that too, and they make the fetus compatible over a period of time. But they can literally co-opt somebody and rewrite their genes just a little bit to make them host compatible for that kind of transference. So that's what I was seeing. I'm not trying to co-create a post-apocalyptic timeline, but I was just basically seeing that in real time as we were talking. And that's why I was speeding, trying to bring it out. They were trying not to let me do it. So I'm hoping on this show, unlike the previous one we did, that we have somebody come in and talk about this as well. Probably going to be Isaac, because he's the only one I've been hearing the whole time. He's been blocking them trying to pull it out of my head, and I asked for assistance. I got mad when we had the problems before the show started, and I was like, "Well, damn it! We need to have some benevolent protection here with the show going." And apparently, Isaac came around and put up a barrier. The signal that was affecting my computer and yours, Ryan, was coming off from be this direction from me. I don't know what cardinal direction that is currently at the moment. I'll have to figure it out after we're done. But yeah, he and I believe some of the Mosin are helping to block that. Some of their work crews. They don't get agitated when I get agitated. This shows true benevolence here. They seem to have patience. They know when something is very aggravating to somebody, and they don't cast stones at somebody. If you have beings that show up that cast stones, that's not somebody you want to get to know. So they're showing patience with this now. So Isaac, are you one that wants to talk this time, or is it someone else that you wish to have speak? Oh, you'll do it. Okay, I just heard him go, "I'll do it, dumbass." Okay, yeah, okay. That's what I heard a second ago. Yeah. I heard somebody else go, "Well, he's better than nothing." Okay, so yeah, they've been picking on him all week. So
He deserves to be picked on.
They've been picking on him all week, and who else? They've been kind of going back and forth with the bashing. So I know there's humor here. So before I start, I'm going to request an audit from True Benevolent Source Creator, True Benevolent Earth Mother, and the True Benevolent Verses. Please audit and code audit Ryan's land and my land to make sure there is no interference during this channeling session, and to make sure there is no malevolence that tries to co-opt this session. Audit and delete codes where necessary, mirror across time space where appropriate to serve. So in all moments, all sessions and expressions. All right. Whew, and I also got a new tool today. This orb here, this unusual looking one. This is a calligraphy stone or Sanskrit stone. These are meant to help with channeling and clarity of messages. And you don't normally find them this big. They're normally very small, about the size of a dime when you find them, like little pocket stones. But when we were in Quartzsite, I managed to get a few of these.
Nice.
And these, they even have like a third eye or eyeball look to them.
Oh
yeah. And the writing that's on the side, it looks like Sanskrit or calligraphy. So these are awesome to be able to channel with. And I've never found any quite that large. So Isaac, do you want to come through? And do you accept an audit from True Benevolent Source Creator, True Benevolent Earth Mother, and True Benevolent Verses, and are hiding no ulterior agendas and are the genuine article? Yes. All right. Thank you. Heart space. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Got it. All right. Yeah, you're the genuine article. Okay. That's the amount of vetting I have to go through, folks, on this. So it's worth it, though, so you don't get co-opted. So Isaac, I have the big crystal under here, too. So if you want to use that. Yes, I know you know the routine. I understand. We're on camera, so I'm saying it, too. Yeah, he's just kind of going, yeah, okay. So
he's like, I've heard all of that.
I know. He's like, yeah, yep. And all right. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Who's out here? Who's the guy in the blue jumpsuit that's out here? Isaac? I'm not really liking the feeling of this guy. If Mosin, Benevolent Mosin, or Benevolent anyone wishes to remove him, so I don't have to cut a head off at the moment. Okay. Ooh, that's foul. Okay. There's a person in almost like a Vault-Tec jumpsuit with blonde hair. I'm thinking, no, we're not having Orion presence at the moment. Some people mistake them for Pleiadian, but they're Aldebaran, Orion, Nordic. And they're essentially Angel or Orion Lord. I gotta quarantine this guy before I cut his head off because I could get affected by that. So there we go. Yeah, there we are. Man, they are persistent today. All right. Okay. Yes, I know. He said, "Good job, dumbass." Okay, there we go. Man, that is foul. All right. You know when those are around because it's this bone crushing feeling. It's like a death in energetic form. It's just so. All right, Isaac, we can do this now. Yeah, cottonmouth. Ooh, that caused a big cottonmouth there. Yes, Isaac, he's pointing out the fact that I have two orbs here, and he said, make sure to hold your balls. Okay, thank you, Isaac. And somebody just went sound advice for a retard. Yeah, thank you. All right. They're going at it today, so they're bringing the humor level up to bring the energy up. So
that's good because we're going to be talking about dark stuff.
Yeah. Benevolent Isaac. Yes, we finally get to it. The humor of the locals notwithstanding, I continue on in talking about this particular subject of the Fallout series, specifically certain aspects of what you saw in the oil rig and the remnants of the United States. They would attempt to reboot the country, very much as you were saying. Think of a computer backup. This is because there is a computer working out these particular details you see. They are in offshore rigs and offshore facilities under the ocean. They even have more of a, as you would say, Adam and Eve like mentality where they could repopulate the planet with their particular genes. What they do not understand is the level of inbredness that they have undergone in those particular families would negate that particular possibility if they annihilated everyone else. And also the cures for some of the diseases that they have within their own genome is also crucial to some of the, what you would say the mainlanders are, or the regular population, or regular Joe. They hold this within them, thinking people have to keep them around in order to get to these particular cures, which is not completely necessarily true. In this, their plan would also be to set up a variety of experimental vaults, let's just say, or experimental civilizations, as was touched on in previous recordings. These particular experimental platforms, they would have more control over in convincing them that the world had ended, but they cannot get the world to end because the world is not meant to end. The Guidestone timeline, or Georgia Guidestone timeline, or the death clock is no longer a viable timeline, you see. This is one they still go by because they are within that inbred program to do so. As you described, the Enclave cannot ever get out of their particular mindset. These particular individuals are of that same mindset. Now, there are other Nazi-like mentality within the galaxy that have also known that they eventually had to mix some DNAs in with theirs, but there will come a time where they will have to implement those particular plans. I'm talking about different separatists, such as some of your Martian Germans and some of your Ceres Germans and other ones that have populated parts of space. They will eventually have to integrate certain aspects into themselves. This will be a long time coming in certain respects because they will want their separatist ways, but eventually they will mix again with the Earth population when they realize, or not, that the Earth population is crucial to their survival. In this is why the timelines have favored not including their plans within more of an apocalyptic format. Yes, you will continue to see certain warnings out there of apocalyptic format type timelines. You will also continue to see benevolent, as you would say, white hats attempting to warn people on how to take care of themselves if something would take place, which there is benevolence behind that. This I cannot lie because I have been around these people, you see. They are attempting to help people, get people to be more independent and sovereign. This is what it will result in, and not necessarily the Mad Max timeline. I will now go into questions. Okay, everyone. Obviously, Ryan got booted. He will be back momentarily. Of course, it was during the channel. Uh, I will. Oh, here is Ryan now. All right.
Yeah,
Man.
they just hard reset my computer.
Yeah, that because I was talking about what Isaac was referring to. I'll bring him back in here momentarily. He was going into question answer when you got booted. He was going into how eventually some of these families would have to be reintegrate back into the rest of the populace. He was also saying some white hats are trying to get people to become their own hero and become more sovereign and like growing their own food and becoming more independent from a government like the Enclave is essentially what he was getting into.
Yeah.
And I don't know where it left off with you when you got hard booted.
I got booted sort of when he was talking about how they were going to break up our like how they were going to use it like a computer with a backup.
Oh, yeah. Okay. The computer backup, what he was referring to is their plan to reboot the country if they would extinct everyone else, very much like the Enclave.
Yeah. The computer blue screened even. So that means Windows crashed.
Wow, that doesn't happen very often. That's Isaac? Why did his go to blue screen? Were they directly targeting his computer? Yes, they were. Okay. What did they hit it with that made it blue screen? Just basically a wave a wave. Okay. Can you go further into the technical specs?
It probably was like a remote shutdown essentially.
Essentially a hard boot shutdown. Yeah, and they sent a command to the computer. Oh, and he's showing me the commands. They didn't like the fact that not only was I touching on something that was concurrent with plans of theirs, but comparing it to the game, and they don't want it cross compared because when you cross compare like that, there are other people that didn't think of things that way. They start to think of things that way, and
basically what happened, I got an error message. It went to my Google thing, my like home thing. It blue screened for like a second and turned right off. I didn't have time to exit, try to like escape the shutdown.
Well, it's good I'm recording on this in two fashions. I have an audio recorder on my phone going, and I have the Zoom recording. So it's not like I can't edit. But Isaac, did you want to come back in to discuss this? Did you have a question answer? Of course, yes. So basically, what I just told you is it was the gist of what he said before. So
yeah, no, I was getting what he was saying. It was just like I was really surprised. I turned my head to plug something in, instant pushed back, and just knocked out of the call. Computer had to restart. Luckily, I have a fast SSD and it saved it.
Wow, that's yeah. They don't hit direct that often. It's usually little annoyances that build up to this, and that's what's been happening this morning. I literally broke one of my other toes in the middle of the night because they were hitting me that hard before this, and I now have a broken toe on both feet. So, so because of them, so yeah, that chair that I bashed the toe into got thrown in the garbage. So I was pretty pissed actually, but
pissed too. I don't like.
Oh yeah, I scared Joanna in the middle of the night, going, "Mother, God!" I was like, God.
Yeah, no, but I was just really surprised. I was like, "What the heck?" I literally turned to plug something in for that second thing we were going to show, and then it booted me right out. And it's not; it's just a USB port. It wasn't like I did it.
Yeah, no, they did it 110%. That was them. So we can bring in Isaac, and then you can, if you can show what you were wanting to show.
I'm gonna try. We'll have to edit it out while I'm trying to get through it and stuff because I have to put in some info and stuff. But
okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll do question answer, and then we can you can do that then. Okay. Right. Okay, Isaac, do you want to try this again without any blue screens of death, please? Okay. Quite possibly, yes. Okay. All right. Ooh, even my blood pressure was going up there. The Shungite is having a tough time repelling some of this. Luckily, I have about 2-3 dozen orgone pieces in the garage there that are doing the trick. So that's probably why my computer didn't get hit. There's too many things around.
Yeah, I got 3 pieces within a 5 foot radius of this computer too.
They must have really been pushing too. They must have been really pushing. I'll have to send you a germanium piece that has a germanium enhancement on it.
Oh, okay.
So okay. Ooh, man, the blood pressure went way up. Good thing I'm drinking hibiscus tea. This is what's bringing it down. Yeah. Mm.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, it's hibiscus tea. Isaac goes, no, it's a glass of blood. Okay, okay. All right. It's okay, Isaac. Going
All
to,
right.
okay. Yes. Apologies for the glitches in intelligence in those that are attempting to target this transmission. They have been found wanting in their ideology and their intelligence and belief system, let's just put. But I know this is a judgment on my part, and judgment is not necessarily the thing, but so be it. In this, now we can go into question answer.
So I know that you reside on some of the bases where various members of said government factions reside as well. And have you seen their plans in action moving forward that they have tried and failed at?
Most certainly, I've seen their plans trying to move forward and failing every single time, you see, with the exception of the current false flag, which is your COVID-19 and vaccine, and also some of your political circus or theater of puppets, as has been so aptly coined and quoted. The plans that they have as they try to implement them within their little death clock restriction that they have with their Orion overlords and other alien races that wish to get involved in it is more of a, as you would say, death sentence on themselves, because if they miss too many rungs in this particular clock gear, their particular timeline unhinges itself and careens as a train off the cliff, even though a grand bulk of what they were doing did so in the month of November 2020. There are still elements of it that they are attempting to put into play, very much like more of a culling like setting, which is not taking place. People are not falling for it like they thought they would, and people are not falling for their gaslighting plans to get people to revolt in a needless violent revolution, maybe in some isolated pockets, but the whole of the population is not falling for this particular thing. So this is a derailing at its grandest level.
Good. So as Fallout is shown in its own style, that is that 50s Americana style, I assume, though, that much of the sort of they won't go as far as culling the entire population with a like chemical agent, due to the fact that they need human like servants essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But I can almost guarantee there are timelines where other factions have used it, from like other galactic factions have used it, or even in our own timeline where like space program and stuff have used it. And I assume that it is a real piece of like forced evolutionary virus slash like just chemical agent that like just kind of chemically breaks down the body that they have access to.
Yes, you are actually most correct. They have done this on other worlds. They have done this to depopulate worlds that have particular resources, you see. They have implemented viruses as a form of culling, breaking down the intelligence of the local population so they do not have the ability to fight back, very much like your super mutants are very stupid in your Fallout series, you see, or at least the basic ones. It is a dumbing down of certain intelligence using a fusion of nanotechnology and biological agents that then they can take the nanotech and shut off the contagions at any time. But the bodies must be dissolved, you see, in a particular solution that is a form of acid that does not necessarily corrode the metallic portion. It will get rid of the sickness portion. This has been done on a multitude of planets. But this one, you see, it is acting very, very differently, and it is not necessarily causing the results that they wish to have on the Earth. However, they would not have done it completely on the Earth. As you've said, they would need servants, just like the Dark Orions and the Anunnaki in the past needed to create servants because some of the Earth environments are toxic to them. This is how some of your Cabal factions are, since they are related to these particular Anunnaki families, you see. And they would ultimately need servants to be able to continue to run the planet. They just feel that they would not need as many of them. But again, it is not happening the way they had planned.
The vertibird design that has become sort of Fallout's just ultimate vehicle in later games. I feel it draws in. I'm just intrinsically feeling, as well as the fact that I've probably seen it, that they are actually a thing used on planets and at bases that are not like in space vehicles, but there's probably in space versions of them, like troop carriers. Essentially, they're like, are they what has been depicted is exactly the same thing, essentially been made for the SSP?
You are actually correct. That is a real design that you are seeing, aside from some of the anti-gravitic craft and technologies, very much like your black helicopters are seen with Men in Black occupants. The vertibird type of craft is used on other planets as a troop carrier from one side of the planet to the other. Sometimes they are made to use the more propeller-looking technology because they are not always allowed, you see, to use the more advanced technologies, very much like their anti-gravitic and portal technologies. Sometimes the troops on these other planets are made to use more of a, not necessarily antiquated form of technology, but a not as updated form of technology. Now, with your black helicopters that people see, they are anti-gravitic type technology with a blade that is just for show. But with those vertibird types, they are still using the lift form a helicopter would normally have. This is where this design has originated from.
And as a whole, how well does the Enclave portray some of the Cabal agendas, as it's made up of the elite and like large business corporations, as well as this sort of inbred population because they see everyone else as lesser? How well is it depicted in Fallout?
I would have to say it is depicted 100% accuracy to the Cabal agenda, mentality, and inbredness.
That'll be all for questions. This Fallout 2 has a lot that has to do with the Enclave, so if you have anything else that you would like to put in about the Enclave and the Cabal or their experiment and technology side, you have the floor.
Thank you. Yes, these particular games are quite accurate to most of their agenda type, which will not play out. But the white hats that are out there, as I've said before, are attempting to warn people about this particular agenda. This is why you see both sides yielded within one narrative. This does not necessarily make the game themselves dark. However, the warning and the agenda that are played within are as how both of these factions see the world, how they perceive the world. I'm not dumping on my own white hat brethren, as you would say, but in this, they sometimes do not necessarily know the power of co-creation like they should in this. So by integrating some of these things, they sometimes reaffirm it, basically saying the existence of something reaffirms the something, if this makes any sense. However, their hearts are in the correct place. Again, not bashing. This is just more of an observation. I will disconnect now currently because of the fact that not only some of the interferences have subsided, but there are other ones attempting to brew. So I will attempt to block those. I will disconnect currently. Thank you all.
Thank you.
All right. Ooh. All right. Yeah, that he had a strong connection, but he was pushing pretty hard, actually.
On his way out, the Brotherhood of Steel flag just fell.
Oh wow. Yeah, and also okay, that actually makes sense with the Brotherhood of Steel. They're more of akin to emergence. I'm being shown a download emergence of the White Knights and other White Hat factions and U.S. military, kind of
Yeah.
like White Hat, and them merged together. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the Brotherhood of Steel was an offshoot of the U.S. government
hmm
for the war.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, essentially, they're white hat and white knight kind of put together. That's why they have the knight style in there. That I
so
find that very interesting. That's the download I just got for that. But Isaac went back to more of like on a shielding mode at the moment. So if you want to show the people what you wanted to show,
all right. Well, I don't need the sound to show off, so
okay, that's
actually
fine
probably better that I don't have it. But oh, I'm being attacked. All right.
too.
As soon as I spawn in.
This is New Vegas.
Yeah. So this game came out in like 2010, end of 2010. But something interesting, and we're really close to it, so I'm just gonna fast travel there though.
All right.
Actually, no, I'll walk so we can show off the desert because this is kind of how Fallout 2 even looks. Even though this is New Vegas, um, like it's this desert. It's like the Mojave Desert, but it's also even more dead. Oh well, my companions killed somebody, but that's what happens if you're not like looking at it.
Oh, okay.
I do have mods installed, so like my character's outfit's different than what it could be, but like I can put on like the Volt Tech jumpsuits and stuff. Think. Do I have it? Yeah, I do. Oh, what the heck? It's being very weird.
Yeah, that's probably being interfered with here a little bit.
Apparel. What the heck? It's not letting me like do. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
See, like there's the Vault 13 jumpsuit
Okay.
that the chosen one would have actually wore. So my costume is quite accurate, but
Oh, wow.
for the most part, even that shoulder pad thing. Oh, oh, wow. My frames have. I've never done this where I've like tried to show off at the same time. My frame rate's going crazy.
Oh yeah, it's pretty skippy, but it shows it's showing the public what it looks like still. So I like how that sign says Helios on it over there. Yeah, when you
Oh yeah, that's actually you can see Helios from here. That like facility over there with like the antenna. That's Helios 1. It's a solar power plant.
Okay.
Also has a death ray attached to it. But you have to choose if you want the death ray. But I don't even know what they're shooting at. Oh, they're almost like a bug or something.
I know you never know what the companions are shooting at.
Yeah, they kind of just like well, and I have a mod that makes them like ultra aggressive, so they'll like take stuff out that I don't even know is there sometimes.
It could be like a tiny little thing.
Yeah, like they're shooting now, and I don't. Oh, there's like a rat behind me.
Oh yeah, one of those mole rats things. Yeah. I'm being told also the creatures that are in some of this would be accurate if certain molecules and certain uh, combinations of energies and contaminants in the air would create certain combinations, like either in a laboratory or here in nature as well. I'm being told that's accurate too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, this is the choppiest I've ever played through it because it's trying to keep the call going too.
Wow. Oh, that's pretty bad.
But here we're in Novak, and in real Novak, Nevada, there is like this dinosaur.
Oh, really?
But I'm actually going to show you because it's a fan theory, and it's a fan theory that's based on this guy's dialogue. There's a character who lives here in Novak that a lot of people think is like the chosen one who's now senile and old.
Oh, wow.
And he's right up ahead here. He's this guy by the garbage can. Mr. Nobark Noonan. Yeah, this guy, they think he is actually like the old chosen one who is like senile now.
Oh, wow.
Because he talks about some enemies that aren't native to this part of the map that are only that like the chosen ones were the only ones that ever fought in the lore and stuff. But it gets even deeper because you find something just over the hill this way, and if I can find it quick, we're gonna run there. And plus, it's just like Mojave, so
This is essentially the Mojave. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Mojave Desert. New Vegas takes place in like Nevada and like eastern California. It should be like right in around here. I just don't know exactly where. It's not that far over, I don't think. Basically, the Highwayman is like over here somewhere. That's that Raider base. Maybe it is further back. I'm being shot at by the Raiders, and I don't want to fight them. I'll let the companions do it.
Always happens when you're trying to show something, you get attacked or.
Well, I have the mod. Some of the mods I have are also like more enemies because New Vegas can. Wow, I've never had that bug before. That's something very new. You see it?
What?
You can see the structures on the other side of this rock.
Yeah.
That's a bug.
Huh.
That shouldn't have happened.
Well, that's a bug? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's. I think that's happening because the computer's still trying to figure out what I'm doing. Because that's whoever was developed the game just put a whole sign down there, but in fact, all you can see inside the game is there. But we were able to see the structure that wasn't there.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Now, I didn't think that we'd see that, but I think that has to do with the fact that the computer is basically trying to figure out what is going on with the call while I'm screen sharing. Man, I can't find that car. I'm actually kind of bummed out because it's supposed to be right around here. But it is the Highwayman that you get during the mission in Fallout 2. But it's in better shape than like all the other cars around here, and it's got like the trunk open.
Okay.
And you can find some stuff that like is even hinted towards Fallout 2. Can I go see Marcus? I don't know if I'm that far into the game on this character. Because he lives up there, and I have not made, well...
You haven't gotten as far as you wanted to, yeah.
I can get us there. It's just going to take a few minutes.
Okay.
And I'm going to cheat to do it.
Okay.
Basically, I'm going to put on God mode because it's an area where like I don't have enough health.
Okay.
And so I just won't take damage.
And when we do the New Vegas show, you can also show a lot of it too.
Well, I'm going to show the strip and stuff when we do the New Vegas show. You can kind of see the outline of the strip over there with the lights.
Yeah.
New Vegas, we're going to show off the Hoover Dam and the strip.
Okay.
I might even do some of the talking from in New Vegas.
Okay.
Of, like, actions and stuff on different, and just pop between in and out of game.
Oh, we got an insectoid in there. Okay.
Those are just like giant irradiated mantid things.
Okay.
Which way am I going? I have to go northeast, and then I have to double back because that doesn't go where I want it to go. And now it's nighttime, and
You can't see crap. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll just skip till morning. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Man, I'm not used to this controller.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just surprised the game is like the computer is not handling this as well as I thought it would.
Yeah, you would think, with one that's as good as yours,
I think it's because it's an old game, so it really like it's trying to figure out like the game is having problems, not the computer. Like the game software is running into issues.
Yeah.
I have graphical mods on, so like it does look a lot better than it would normally.
Oh, okay, yeah, because
like when I first launched the game and I whited, there's all that white text up in the top corner.
Mm-hmm.
That was the shader that I have going, so it looks like more normal. Basically.
Oh, okay, looks more like it should be. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, I added more like plants and stuff, but like this tree wouldn't be here.
Oh, okay. You made it look like how
all the shrubs and stuff would.
Okay.
Oh, the fiends, they're a raider group. Actually gained karma when I killed that guy.
Gain good karma by killing a raider. Okay.
Yeah, because there's a karma system in Fallout 3 in New Vegas.
Okay.
The worse karma, the harder some things get. The higher karma, the better.
Okay. Basically, if you don't betray people and all this other stuff. Yeah.
Yep. So now we're moving through what in the game is like Outer Vegas. So there's going to be a lot of fiends and stuff coming up here. I guarantee it because I know where I am and that's not good and I don't want to ruin that quest line for myself later. So I'm just going to try to sneak by.
Okay.
What's going on over there? Oh, there's a fight going on. I don't know who's fighting though. Looks like 2 different raider gangs are fighting over there. Like my gold deagle. Oh, no, it's a caravan in the raiders. Oh, another aggro to me. Yes, that's a perk in these games.
Mhm.
It's called a bloody mess, and you can like blow people up.
Oh yeah, they have that in Fallout 4 as well, I believe.
Yeah, they have something similar in Fallout 4. I don't think it's called. Oh no, 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 no! I'm getting out of here.
What happened?
Trying to fight Driver Nephi.
Who?
This guy. It's one of the worst fiends in the game.
Oh, okay.
I think my companions will probably kill him, which is going to make my life a lot harder later. But
Oh, so that's
I'll just revert the save. This won't ever exist inside my game. This journey.
Okay.
But
yeah, because you're not saving it, so yeah.
Oh, my one companion got knocked out cold. They're all chasing me up this hill.
Of course, when you want to show something that
I forgot that I had so many mods installed on this. I wish we had it so I could do dual screen and show off like when we were doing the Elder Scrolls too.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Because I wouldn't have been able to do this without dual screen. These are cazadors. They're like giant insects made by scientists. They're like made by scientists that thought it would be funny, and then they were released into the wasteland.
That's what I said. A lot of the corporations make these combination creatures that are almost like how the creatures were made in Greek mythology, like the griffin and all those creatures. Scientists are doing that even now. Mm.
Yeah, like I might be able to show you the Zetans.
Oh, the aliens. Okay, yeah.
I think I'm running the perk where they'll actually be in the game if I come up here.
Interesting to see if they look like how real Zetas look.
Greener. They got green skin in this. They're just
there are green skin Zetas too. So
well, no, that's what I'm saying. They look like a gray with green that are green.
Oh, okay.
Because they're supposed. You see that like farm out in the distance?
Yeah.
I think that if I'm running the right perk set, they'll spawn there. Okay, get out of here, Cazador. Ooh, tried to sting me. Actually, you succeeded in stinging me, but I'm not going to pass out because I'm in God mode. They're like one of the most dangerous enemies in this game, just because they're so poison. They have like a poison effect if you get stung, and they're fast.
They have a similar one in Fallout 4 where there's these little bugs that sting you. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Those are called bloat flies. Those aren't nearly as dangerous. Oh, I leveled up. We'll just go random. We'll go. We'll just
saving this. Yeah.
I'm not saving it, so I'm just trying to pick something where it'll like do it. There we go. Oh, don't crash. There we go. Okay, it was just loading in the new area. How like stuttering is it? Is it not stuttering a lot when I'm like normally?
Oh, there's a little bit of it's doing kind of like this. Where yeah. See how it comes out when I edit this, but yeah.
Well, if not, you'll just get to see a bit more of Fallout New Vegas before you actually play through it.
That's fine. Yeah.
Raiders all over here.
Oh.
No, if the aliens are here, they're going to be behind all this.
Oh, okay.
There's raiders here in the base game, but there's a lot of them here this time because of my raider mod. Because in Fallout New Vegas' base game, there's not many raiders.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot I'm not using ammo when I do this, so I don't have to reload.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, so if they're here, Oh no, was that my companions? What was shooting that? Yeah, must have been because I got force turned around. They should be like right around here somewhere, up over this hump. And there is an enemy signature up there, so we're gonna see if it's the old ladies or if it's this.
Okay.
Because if it's the well, actually no, the old ladies are a different area. This is gonna be either a group of like. No, they're the aliens. I am running the right version.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll see what
They're
they.
gonna try shooting at me with shit too.
Oh yeah, those. Oh yeah, these are essentially evens, type of even zeta. Yeah, there are green ones out there. There's also some green bug, half bug Orion ones that look kind of like this too. Uh, there's well, of course, there's insectoids, but there's insectoids that are upright, and there's some that are part reptilian, part bug that look like this. But this is mainly so they're calling it Zedon. So this is basically depiction of a type of Zeta Eben from Zeta Reticuli. You know.
Nice. I just thought I was like, oh well, we're already coming up by where they're gonna be. You can even show you the aliens tech. I can show you some of the laser weapons too while we're over here. Because they had laser weapons on them.
They were basically acting like Eben security forces do, but Ebens tend to have a like from white skin to brown to green to purple to
There's their ship.
blue. Okay, well that's interesting. Yeah. Okay, that isn't too far of a design off. There's Lyran craft that look like that too, but that's typical like old flying saucer look too. But
Let me see if I can get up to it and give you a better look by turning collision off. So I can just kind of walk anywhere now.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Well, that's interesting. Yeah. All right. Yeah, there are some alien craft that do look like this, do like this too. So that's very interesting. That has more of a retro look to it. But yeah, there's several that do look like that. There's government craft that look like that too.
I just thought, nah, we're already here.
I might as well show the aliens. Yeah.
Remember that Fallout has that like Americana look?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's some of the stylization just of the game. Am I like trapped on? I gotta turn.
Now you're stuck. Okay. Yeah. There we go.
Well, no, I didn't come all the way back into like what is considered the map before I turn collision back on, but I thought I could just jump off the little ledge and it would be fine.
Oh, okay.
They put invisible barriers in without me realizing it. And now, because I have never, I don't normally use the alien blaster. This is the alien blaster that would be in Fallout 2, 1, 3, and 4. No, 3 in New Vegas. 4 has a different design for it.
That has kind of like a retro, like Buck Rogers kind of appearance to it. Yeah.
Shoots like these like energy ball things that do a lot of damage, but doesn't have the greatest sight picture.
No.
But it is like the strongest energy weapon in the game. So
no, well, that's good.
that or the Gauss rifle, which is like it's like an electromagnetic propelled like firearm.
Yeah, I use in Fallout 4. I use sometimes I'll use Institute weapons. Sometimes mainly I use like sniper rifles and hand weapons and everything, hunting rifles.
Okay, we need to go up there to find Marcus, the actual character from Fallout 2 that we're trying to find.
Okay.
And in fact, I think I know in where Marcus is, there will also be an ex-Enclave member who, like, after the Enclave's fall at the hands of the Chosen One, like, left the Enclave and is now living out a normal life.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you want to, like, not try to kill me? That'd be great. Well, they're not listening to my request. Well, all right. I guess I'll have to kill them. Oh, I took her out.
Jesus.
Oh, these are NCR deserters. Interesting. So these were members of the NCR military that deserted, and because I have a high reputation with the NCR right now, they don't like it, and they're gonna try to kill me.
Yeah, the NCR, from what I was picking up on, Isaac didn't touch on them, but they also seemed like they would be like white hat offshoot as well. From what he was trying to tell, he didn't really touch on that too much. He touched more on Brotherhood of Steel.
They have a lot of they have a lot of problems like bureaucratically. I'll say that with the NCR. We'll go to Camp McCarran. They're like the NCR base. You can edit out a lot of this walking if you don't want it, but
No, I'll keep in as much as we can. Yeah.
these are bighorners. They're like after they're like they've adapted to the radioactive. Then they can be ranched and stuff out on the West Coast.
Oh, okay.
But they're also like wild ones.
Oh, okay. Like they're feral. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some that are feral, and then there's some that are like tamed. They give out good XP when you're in the early game. We have it's snowing out. We have a caravan. These are how most of the supplies get from settlement to settlement in Fallout games. And then this is actually this is an NCR caravan because that's an NCR Ranger in like civilian gear. Looks like we have another caravan up here, but the Brahmin didn't load right. Oh no, these are caravan guards and hunters. All right. I haven't been up this way with some of the new mods I have installed on. We might run into a Yaguai. I won't know if we do.
Oh, yeah, the big bear-like creatures. Yeah, the Yaguai. Yeah.
What the heck?
Did it glitch on you?
Oh, what the fuck? I wasn't expecting this. This is something that it locked me into a cutscene. What the? These are Enclave soldiers. This must be from a mod.
Yeah.
This is not part of the base game. Let me introduce Lieutenant Jackson. Aaron Picleas and the Enclave have been tracking you via your Pip-Boy. We've noticed that you've become quite the influential in the Mojave. Oh, well, now it's forcing me to go to their bunker.
Oh, well, we get to see Enclave.
Okay, well, this is the Enclave, like, upgraded power armor, and everything in these mods are based on Fallout 2, so that's cool. I didn't not know this was going to go this way, so we'll get to go see Enclave stuff.
Yeah, well hey.
I was just trying to show us the companion, Marcus, the super mutant.
Well, now we get to see more Enclave material, so that's good.
I didn't know this was going to happen, so this is funny. It's probably pissing somebody off somewhere.
Oh yeah, well, I guess this is because we were talking about. Tom was talking about looking inside one of the bases. So I guess this happened for a reason then.
Oh yeah, here's a close up of a vertibird.
Mm-hmm. Wait, it's dark in there. All right.
Try to light it up some, but I don't know how well it's gonna work. Oh, there. How about that? Is that
Yeah,
any better?
there we are.
Enclave power. That's clearly a female in that one.
Mm-hmm.
She got a plasma rifle on her back. This guy, this is Boone. He's one of my guys, so disregard him. That's my robot. And this guy in power armor, he's mine too, so don't worry about them.
Okay.
Oh, he's got a Watts 2000, an antiquated laser rifle. That's a turret. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going, but we'll see. Oh, he's got this one's got a Gauss rifle and upgraded Enclave. That's an Enclave Commando. That's why he's like.
Also, the flooring that you're seeing in that base, with the graded flooring, and some of the facilities where they do body transfers and they do like psychic training and everything, it's over a giant reactor that has to have water in it, so all the floors are graded in some of the laboratories like that. So
the doors move weird.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. Wow. Oh, we're taking a tour of a Enclave facility unexpectedly. So.
Yeah, this was completely unexpected. Oh,
wow!
Their beds.
It's like those are like some of the med beds. Yeah, looked like too.
Yeah, foot lockers. I saw a mess hall, but I went through it already. Another barracks. Oh, here's a map of the base.
Oh wow!
Somebody took a lot of time making this for the mod.
Oh yeah, somebody did a fantastic job there.
Yeah, so this is like their mess hall, I guess.
Yeah, if you're the one that made the mod on this and you're seeing this show, by all means, speak up in the comments.
They've got water, they got noodle, they got like food.
Yeah.
Oh, they got a computer. Vitamin dispenser.
Oh yeah, some of the mess halls look like this.
Yeah, I heard that they have like a machine that makes food like fortified.
Yeah, like a replicator almost. Yeah.
Yeah, like I heard from one of the insiders on Gaia that they have like a machine that makes like you can have a food that tastes good but is like nutritionally sound.
Yeah, it doesn't have any of the contaminants in it. Their fear is that our gut would basically disintegrate without some kind of bacteria keeping it, stable. But that's untrue. Yeah, there's the food replicators that you can basically replicate almost anything and fortify almost anything. And you could even have a chocolate bar in there that could have nutrients in it. You could literally eat like crap food and it wouldn't be crap food. So,
We've got a medical bay of some kind.
oh yeah, I remember some of that from my SSP time. Some of them look like some of those facilities look like that, and the medical areas looked a lot like that too. Mm.
Got, I think that's a generator. Who are you? Okay, he wants me to go talk to the general. Do I have to go through here? Let's find out.
Yeah, it's new to you and me. So okay.
Yeah, I've never played through this mod, so I actually don't know what I'm doing. I didn't expect this at all.
Well, impromptu, it's good because we get to see a lot of this. So,
I know I downloaded an Enclave mod, but I didn't know how to start it. So,
well, now you figured it out. Now, if you don't save, you can go back and do that proper.
yeah. Oh, we're in the command center now. All right. You must be the general. Oh, wow, you've got some vibes there, dude. Bring back what was lost 200 years ago. Our problem is with another Enclave splinter group located in the Mojave, the Richardson elite. They want to eradicate us for the path we've taken. Oh, you get to pick, Chris. Pick the one.
Screw it. Just join them and see what happens.
All right, we'll see. Oh, they've got like a hollow deck thing.
It's interesting. His last name Jameson. In my SSP time, I knew a sadistic Air Force colonel with the last name Jameson as well.
Oh, I think I found the toys.
Okay.
Like I found their armory. Let's see if she'll give me anything. Rough Duff East Coast Power Armor. It's all I can afraid. You probably need this. It'll save your skin when you're up against one. Tell me something already. You do know how to use power armor, right? I don't. Of course you don't. All right. Oh, word. Awesome. That actually is like makes my life a lot easier for later game. Now having this mod. It's extremely hard to get power, like to be learned in older Fallout games. You have to actually learn how to wear power armor.
Mm-hmm.
Not like power it. So yeah, here I have some East Coast power armor, Enclave power armor. So it's not as good as like
West Coast. It's not as good as West Coast.
It's not as good as that, and that's like the top of the line stuff too.
Oh, okay.
But I've got some power armor now, so let's go around in the power armor. And that's like a shooting range, I think. Oh yeah, it is. I don't know where it wants. I'm gonna go see if she's gonna give me any guns too. If there's any cool Enclave guns you have in stock. Watch her have actual. Oh, okay. She's got a PKM and an M60, and some big plasma guns and a Gatling laser and a sniper rifle. And that's it. You know what? I'm gonna buy all of this because I can, except for the plasma defender and caster. I don't need that because I know how to give myself more money. I know how to just like make caps fall into my pockets.
And Isaac went just like real life.
Let's see. Let's look at this gun. Oh, wow, that's quite large. And it's definitely not meant to be used with power armor. It's like glitching out. All right, let's see. PKM. How's that? Oh, that's much better. Not perfect, but much better. Now I'll actually show you some real Fallout weapons.
Hmm.
Where's the Gatling laser? One of the coolest weapons in Fallout, in my opinion. I don't know. Have you found one of these yet in other games?
Oh yeah, the Gatling gun. Yeah, yeah.
The laser one?
Well, not the laser one, but the regular one.
Are you really kidding me? They have like good Enclave power armor just sitting here. And I'm gonna take it. No, they're gonna do
You
anything.
lost karma.
I know, but they didn't actually like do anything about it. Normally they attack you or something if you steal from them. So, and I haven't even done anything to gain their trust. So that's clearly an oversight.
Yeah, in the mods construction, it is. Yeah. Mhm.
There we go. Now I have the best power armor.
Okay.
So we're gonna rock the best power armor now because I can. And I have this electric aura around me now. I think that does damage to enemies if they get too close too. Well,
Mhm.
that's cool. That's really cool. Okay. This will be. I might come back to this map when we go through the New Vegas video because this is like gives off some actual like cool like locations.
Okay. Yeah, if you can find that, if you can do that mod at the time we.
But I can now. I should be able to just fast travel this facility like whenever I want now.
Oh, okay.
Save
I
a
figured you weren't going to save, so yeah.
save of this just to pop back and forth. What was that? Someone's blowing stuff up. All right. Let's find my way out of this place because I have other things that we need to do. Hopefully this is like not far from where I actually got picked up.
What? It's like completely isolated from where you were.
I guarantee it's gonna be in like it's gonna like open up to a shed. Where is it? Oh, you want me to talk?
Oh yeah, if it opens up to like a shed or something, that's actually legit too, where there's openings for bases in stores, sheds, bathrooms. Mm. Were they not letting you out?
Well, no, I just don't know where to go.
No,
And it's like a massive. Oh, okay. There's no "you are here" thing.
that would be funny. Yeah.
Okay, that's to level 1A. Oh, this is. I need to go to 1B, I think, to get out of this place.
Wow.
Maybe
Yeah, I got lost in a enclave facility when I was filming it for one of our previous shows too. So.
Oh, well, here's where I came in. Can I just like get out? No. I don't know what I'm doing. I seriously don't. This is not funny now. I want to leave.
Man, this place is huge.
Oh, maybe this is that red dot. Is a "you are here."
Okay.
But okay, so I'm in the hangars. What?
Dang.
I can try to like maybe the quest will get me out.
Yeah, put in another marker and see if pick another quest and see if it'll point you to the door.
I picked a quest that I know won't be in here, so hoping that'll work. It's got me in level 1A, which means I'm going deeper into the bunker for some reason. Oh, maybe this is it, where the turret faces outside. That's probably a good idea of where the door goes. Henderson entrance. I think we're getting out of this place. Oh, it's a cave.
Okay.
That's realistic.
Mm-hmm.
This and it's got like a concrete. Okay, well, we'll use this in case there's wee beasties in the cave that aren't supposed to be here.
And that is accurate to facilities as well. Though there's, if you look at a map of some of the missing people that happened in this country, you'll see they also coincide with caves as well.
Henderson Bunker. Now, where on the map am I?
Yeah, check your map and see where the hell it put you.
Oh, wow. All right. It flew me plumb right across the map.
I figured it was going to be some isolated spot. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it is an isolated spot, but it's like we got picked up like here. So it looks like we're going to go back to Jacobstown now. And it's nighttime. Well, I know I'll travel in the nighttime, and hopefully by the time we get there, it'll be day. Oh, the armor glows. Oh, there's New Vegas. That's New Vegas over there.
Okay. That's interesting.
Well, hopefully this will just speed it up.
Oh, would you speed up time?
Well, no, I'm just turned collision off again so I could run over the mountain.
Oh, okay.
Because where we're going, it's like basically the road just loops around the mountain. What time is it in game? Hopefully it'll be getting bright by the time this opens up. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Now those are distance LOD textures, so they're not nearly as good as the textures when like you're close to that stuff. So, and from this angle, you're never supposed to see it anyway. So just disregard if things look weird from this height.
Yeah, you're never supposed to see it from a flying angle. Yeah.
Well, no, some things like see that like weird building over there.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be able to see that ever from this angle and from this distance.
Oh, so it wasn't made to see from that distance. Okay.
Yeah, there's like going to be things that we're going to run into that were not made to be seen.
Okay. They didn't account for it because they didn't really build it for people to.
Yeah, no, like these are commands that only players on PC can get to by using the tilde key and stuff, and like typing in special combinations of text. Console players would never be able to see and go do what I'm doing right now. Like they would not be able to just run around in the air.
That's like Minecraft, where you like can go into creative mode, you know.
Yep, I was playing Minecraft the other day.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've played Minecraft. So yeah.
You have it on the Xbox One?
No, I had it on the 360, but I don't have it on the One yet.
All right. Because me and my buddies are going to start a world where we like make a society.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. I'm building a wizard's tower currently for somebody to move into.
Yeah, I'll have to get it for Xbox One.
Not the Xbox Series X. They almost lost a lot of people the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were going to raise your price of online.
Dang.
They're going to make it $120 a year now.
Oh my god.
But the fans were like, nah, so they didn't. So yeah, here, this area is a forest, sort of like, because we're getting up into like ski country. But because like Jacobstown, this location where this up here, it was a ski resort like pre-war. So even though Marcus was in the Broken Hills before in Fallout 2, the Broken Hills mine ran out after the events of the Chosen One, and like they moved on. And here we are. Here's Marcus. So here's the super mutant. He's generally a nice guy. Oh, killing another insectoid.
They glow when they die. Okay.
Well, I think that was because they got killed by an energy weapon.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's Marcus. So he is. You can see that the Fallout developers do care about their characters from previous games.
Yeah, and they tie everything together.
And I think I don't need to go and see the Enclave guy because we just toured one of their bases and met a couple of them.
Yeah. You unexpectedly toured an Enclave base. That's pretty damn accurate. And some it has more of a retro feel to it, but it's pretty accurate too. Hmm.
Now, Brotherhood of Steel would be down this way, but I can't go to them yet, and they won't even let me in if I try.
Oh, okay.
But I can't. Karen would be. If I turn collision back off and go straight this way, I might be able to go to the NCR's like fort,
Okay.
which was basically the Boston, the Vegas airport. They took it over and were like, "Yeah, we're gonna make this a fort because it's got big walls and stuff."
Hmm.
Kind of just in like Fallout 4, like then the Brotherhood uses the Boston airport. We need to go that way. Okay, I need to take this armor off too. It's annoying me because you can like see it.
Hmm.
So we're just gonna put back on my ghost gear.
There you go. What, running through there? No.
Boop, 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 boop. Oh wait, I'm missing one of the pieces. Yeah, I love that. Isn't that fun? It's just funny running through the air like this. Oh, here we go. We're going to Red Rock Canyon where we'll actually get to see some of the great cons that we talked about.
Okay.
Because they live like actually we're running right over where they live right now. And actually when we first started the game and I pulled over to like this side of the map to try to meet with Marcus, I was only like right there. Before we got kidnapped and we're taken for a ride.
As you fall to your death. Okay. Mhm.
Well, no, because I'm still in God mode.
Yeah.
So yeah, here's the Red Rock Drug Lab because in this game they were the Great Khans have turned into like drug pushers,
Hmm.
but that's one of the Great Khans. That guy right there. But yeah, they got like they base their like look off like bikers mixed with like the Mongolian.
Yeah, kind of like hippie biker. Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, but they do take the inspiration mostly from like the Mongols, like in their
Okay.
that
Yeah.
people. Like they even have yurts and stuff, which
Yeah, I figured it was Mongolian. Yeah. No.
and their leader in this game is called Papa Khan.
Okay.
But he's up the hill. But yeah, this is the Great Khan's camp. And they're the Great Khan's kids. But yeah, this is Red Rock Canyon, the base of the Great Khans in Fallout New Vegas.
Interesting.
Back to running through the sky because it'll take half the time. So this is the greater Vegas area.
Okay.
Oh, maybe the enemies won't even notice me if I'm running above them.
No. You never know, though. Mhm.
I wish I could run faster, but you can't because it's such an old game. There's no sprint mechanic yet.
Oh.
So it's not like Skyrim or Fallout 4 where you can just sprint. I'm above the birds.
Hmm.
The few that are left that I mean, it's registering that there's enemies around, but it's not like registering that they want to fight. So that's good. Oh, that's an interior cell. Hopefully, if I run through it, it won't tag me into it.
Hmm.
Sometimes in these games, if you run through a cell, like because like this whole area that I'm running over right now,
Mm-hmm.
is an area where there would be a town. Like not like a town, but like you have to walk through a loading screen to get to it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm being shot at, but not from invisible people. I don't know what I'm being hit by. But I can see where we're going right now. It's where that tower is.
Oh, okay.
When I cross this like bridge here, I'll
Mm-hmm.
be in NCR territory, not Fiend territory. Or at least I should be. So I mean I'm being shot at by the Fiends over here. Oh, it's because like it's I forgot. The whole area about this is even though it's like the NCR is like the major faction right around here,
Mm-hmm.
they're doing street to street combat with this raider gang over in this area. I like how they're trying to kill me, but like I'm flying and stuff. And they're just like, yeah, we can shoot at him, but collision on. So there's the McCarran Airfield. We've got a bunch of NCR guys and Gale. Oh wow, they're muggy. Did you see their face?
Mm-hmm.
That's the NCR flag.
Oh,
Not loaded properly because I didn't come here the right way. If I'd come here like properly, none of these bugs would happen. The good thing is the place we're going into has
mm-hmm.
a loading screen, so should not have game breaking bugs like that.
Oh my God. Yeah, there's a lot of bugs.
That's I think that's because the game is having a hard time with the call and stuff. So yeah, here we are in Camp McCarran. That's that's an NCR trooper, just a big basic one. There's an NCR mechanic over there. This is like the NCR's barracks from most of their Vegas like area. See, there's a bit of differentiation between them. Most of the time, they wear the same kit for the main soldiers, but their headgear changes.
Okay.
And here we have First Recon, which is like their sniper group. They're dignified by these red things in the patch, and the patch, even though you can't like zoom in on it, it
Mm-hmm.
says the last thing you never see
Oh, okay.
because they're snipers. So,
They look like they have a bit of Mozen influence to them too, just like the Brotherhood of Steel also has some White Knight Mozen and military influences, and it looks like the NCR has a bit of Mozen influence.
yeah, the NTRs that's how what I thought when you talked about Mozen looking like World War I/2 people. The
Yeah,
NCR hits that almost perfectly
yeah, I do. Yeah.
until you meet their ranger. The NCR Rangers are a bit more like different. They look a lot like lawmen of like the Old West mixed with um like riot police.
Okay.
I don't think I'm a high enough level for an NCR veteran ranger to spawn, so yeah, I don't think I can get one of them to spawn.
Okay.
But I think I can go at least see some. Maybe there'll be some of the NCR heavies, which they can't utilize power armor while it's powered because they don't know how. So they just like slap the iron shell around on it.
Oh, they're okay.
Yeah, they wear it like it's just armor. I don't know why she's standing weird, but all right.
They're like,
I think she might be bugged out. Oh, those are like their holding cells. I'm surprised. Normally, there's a bit more like personnel in here, considering like some of the more important NCR officials are in here somewhere. Where does this go? Oh, does this go to their monorail station? Yeah, it does. Can I take it? Oh, I can. Ooh, I just did something I'm not supposed to.
Oh.
I'm gonna end up at the NCR embassy on the New Vegas Strip. So yeah, here's like because the NCR is like co-working with with the guy who's in charge of the Strip.
Mm.
We won't get into that until Fallout New
New
Vegas.
Vegas. Okay.
Because
Yeah.
it has it's directly like forced into that story, but yeah, like NCR troopers, doing work at their desks and stuff, and then they have an embassy where like they actually have like an ambassador and stuff. So this is like because a lot of the soldiers go on leave to the Strip. They have like this sort of building that goes between the fort and there, but down here. So yeah, this is the New Vegas Strip. Just so.
Yeah, and we can go into what is 3 first or is New Vegas first?
3 is first before we do New Vegas.
Okay.
But it doesn't hurt to see this. It's just it shows off more of the world at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here, like their MPs, they just make sure, and they don't even put like actually, they're not even the cops of the Strip. They just make sure that the soldiers are following the rules.
Oh, okay.
Well, the NCR embassy's door blacked out. That was weird. This is interesting though. Running through here, see, like this is like their the NCR embassy itself. Crocker's not in there. Did I go the wrong way to get? Oh no, there he is. That's the NCR ambassador to the Strip.
Okay.
That is the current NCR president, Aaron Kimball. And he's the one that is like directly after Tandy, because Tandy's dead by this point.
Oh, okay.
She was like 80 when in Fallout 2, so it's 30 years past Fallout 2.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So there are like people who are alive, but not many of them. And then I'll just show you the one other NCR like facility that I know of. That's hopefully we can see some Rangers there. They might spawn there. So
Okay.
well, it's nighttime. Because I think there's a couple hard coded into over here. So
Okay.
So yeah, this is the Mojave outpost. This is like the edge of the Mojave that goes into California itself.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Beyond like that gate, even though it's not in the game, is like New California, or what they call New California. Well, I need to be over there. More NCR troopers as guards. That's like a higher ranking official.
Okay.
But I believe there's there right here. This is an NCR Ranger.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's got like the riot chest gear. He's not one of the high end Rangers. He's like a mid range Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's one of like the average Rangers. The high range ones, they wear, in that like the picture that I had of the NCR, the guy with like the red visor thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
They wear that, and they wear like dusters with riot armor underneath.
Oh yeah, the Mosin will pick a lot of these different things. They even have been known to dress as park rangers too. So no, that's very interesting.
In fact, a depiction of an NCR veteran ranger is the guy on the left shaking hands with like the weird like helmet.
Yeah.
Here's another ranger, but like the guy on the left there, that's an NCR veteran ranger built out of like scrap to make a monument.
Okay.
Because this is a monument that is dedicated to the NCR Rangers and the NCR and the Desert Rangers, who are kind of like the law peacekeepers of the Mojave, coming together when the NCR entered the region.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. And then over the river we have Caesar's Legion, but we're not getting into that till the New Vegas video.
Okay. Oh,
That-
that's very
Yeah,
interesting.
that's pretty much my tour of the Mojave for you guys, just so you sort of see the landscape. And I didn't even know we were going to get kidnapped by the Enclave.
That's good. Something unexpected happened there. That's very cool. I like that. I like that. That's very, very interesting. Well, we can call the show here. So let's see. Yeah, thank you everybody for watching this. I know that was a little long, but wanted to give you an idea of what these things look like and what these different people look like, you know, especially with the Mosin lookalikes, the Cabal lookalikes, all these the Nazi lookalikes, any of them that are in these games, and any of the information that's come through. So thank you everybody for watching this. Hope you enjoyed it. So bye bye everybody.
Yeah, bye. Hope you guys enjoyed it.